Good evening and welcome to my segment of Falcon Sports.
Falcon Sports! Ka!
Today I have a new co-host for today. His name is Carlos.
Hi,
Hey
guys.
Carlos, how you doing?
Doing great.
How you feeling?
A little queasy, but good.
All right, sounds good. We're gonna do a little bit of something different today. We're not gonna be talking about Cerritos college sports. We're actually gonna talk about MLB postseason. How you feeling about the MLB postseason?
I'm actually feeling pretty great about it. I know a lot of students, especially probably the baseball team, will be following it. So it is still pretty big here on campus.
Okay, so first we're going to start off with a recap of the A's and the Royals. We start off with the first inning with James Shields on the mound against John Lester. We have a play where first and third, Billy Butler decides to steal first on a delay steal. And there was a bit of a little miscommunication there where Billy Butler comes in, tries to steal second, but at the same time there's a rundown going, and the runner third tries to come in to score. But unfortunately, the Royals were not able to get that done, and the A's were able to get the double play. Able to tag out Billy Butler and able to get, they were able to get the third base runner out from home.
Yeah, a miscommunication would be the wrong word. It was pretty much a total failure.
Yeah.
At no point did that play go right.
Yeah. The good thing about that inning though was that the A's did start off with a 2-run bomb by Norris, and they jumped right away on the Royals. They jumped on them right away. But then when the Royals came up, they decided to take advantage and they decided to score 1 run. Then things started heating up in the third inning. Where James Shields started to lose a little bit of his control, but he was able to jump back. Then we get to the 6th inning where James Shields allows a base hit and a walk. So they decided to take him out, and they decided to put in Ventura, the relief pitcher, and he allows a second home run by Norris. That's his second home run. What do you think?
Now, Shields is a great pitcher by all means, but he really does need to work on his stamina. He can't last as long as other great pitchers in the league, and he's really going to need that for the postseason. Had they not taken him out, I think they wouldn't have gotten that second home run. But unfortunately, it didn't happen.
James Shields' stuff is very good. I believe it's very good. John Lester was actually on his A game as well because he stayed until the 8th inning. He stayed until the 8th, and he was still very consistent, throwing breaking balls after breaking balls. Even his two-seam fastball was there last night too. It was on point. It was just right there, just striking hitters out.
See, he can last a game. He has good enough control that he knows how to portion himself throughout the innings. If it's a better player, he throws better pitches. That fastball that we saw was for those players, the ones that can hit it out of the park.
Yeah, the hitters, you got all John Lester has to do. He's got to tip his cap to those hitters because eventually those hitters were able to learn. After a while in the game, after they see his stuff, they start to learn. They adapt. They see that breaking ball, and they decided to take hacks on that, and they took advantage. The Royals did take advantage, and especially in the 8th inning, how they scored 4 runs. And this was when John Lester was done for the night.
Yeah.
He was done. He didn't have anything else.
And it wasn't just him, it was partially his team's fault too. There were a lot of really close parts where they could have gotten someone out. There was a part in the 8th inning where there was a hit towards third base. Now, the third baseman was a little bit delayed on it, and it went right past him. Now, they only had 1 out at that, and it tied up the game and let the A's, correct? It was
Yes.
the A's up to bat. Yes, and let the A's continue and score even more. And that really blew them out of the water.
I also have to say, the bullpen of the A's wasn't exactly there in the same time. Luke Gregerson was the one that allowed the 4 runs. And then they had their closer, Sean Doolittle, come out. And he wasn't able to get the job done either. The Royals were actually hacking. They're playing smart baseball. They were bunting. They were stealing. They had 7 steals for the night. That's very good for the Royals. The Royals did finish with the most steals in one season.
If the Royals keep playing this way, I can't see them lasting very long postseason. In fact, if they keep playing this way, they might just be an underdog.
Correct. I believe so too. Then we get to the 12th inning where where Eric Hosmer steps up to the plate, takes a hack at a high and outside pitch, and it seriously looks like it's gone. Just a little bit more and it would have been gone. But then Johnny Gomes collides with Sam Fold, and they're not able to make that catch, and the ball gets away from Gomes, and he was able to get a triple all the way to third. And then Salvador Perez, the guy that's been struggling the whole entire game, getting struck out, he comes up big and decides to poke the ball past third. What do you think about that?
It was very strange because the entire game he was trying to swing at these sliders that were just outside of the hitting range. You would see them going way past him towards ball area, and he would still swing at them. So the fact that he got contact with the ball in the first place was impressive. And then right towards third baseman, couldn't get in time just like earlier, and that was your weakness, that third baseman.
Josh Donaldson wasn't entirely there for the whole game. I mean, sometimes postseason pressure gets to you. And then, not to mention, the crowd. The crowd in that stadium, that was amazing. Everybody up on their feet on every opportunity. Every inning was the same thing. The Royals would get a base hit, bunt, and then they would get to third either by a steal, by a wild pitch. And plus, the catcher for the A's wasn't entirely there at all. Like, he wasn't able to throw anybody out.
Well, with the crowd, that's the benefit of a home field advantage. If you have someone cheering behind you, you're going to try harder to do your best.
And it adds more pressure, not to mention.
For the rival team, yes.
Right. The Royals do come up with the win, 9-8, and they will be advancing, and they will be flying to Anaheim, where they'll be facing Jared Weaver and the Angels.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to all of our videos. And also forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. I'm Carlos Holguin, staff writer here at Talon.
And I'm Alexander Naveja here in Talon, a staff writer as well. And we'll catch you guys later.